Good evening, everybody. My name is Kelley Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Karaka, Auckland, and every Sunday night I come to you at 7:30 to make a card. So tonight this is our card, and if we were to open it up, you would have this look here, and then when it sits up by itself, it's like two pillars. It's been sitting flat for a while. So two pillars there that hold it up, but then lies flat to be able to fit into a standard envelope. Just a little bit of something different. They do fold out that way there so that you've got a bit of space to write or stamp a message. So that is what we're going to make today. Let me just get this up on my screen so that I can see who's there. Mute it. Mute it. Okay, so please do say hello if you are watching. I'd love to know who I'm talking to. Hello, Alison. Good evening. Alright, so we're going to use, so this is the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. So this is the one that they designed the pink one off that I shared with you a few weeks ago. So all of these designs are what was in that special launch pink one, but this is the original one, and it was actually in last year's, I want to say Christmas, you know, like the September to January one, but it's been carried over into this year's main catalogue, which is great because it was really cute. This one's got rabbits. There's some that have got foxes, then there's some really cute trees. We're going to use this stamp set here tonight, which is called Heartfelt Hexagon. And there's actually a punch that matches that, and we're going to do it with, let me move that out of the way. We're going to use some Blueberry Bushel cardstock, and you're going to need 4 pieces of cardstock. So the first piece is just your standard A4 cut lengthways, scored in the middle. Okay, then you've got another 2 pieces. They are both the same width, so 4 and an eighth, or what is it, 10.5 if you're doing centimeters. And then you're going to have, I just can't remember the measurements now. And I didn't write them down for myself to have a look, so I'm just going to get my trimmer because I'm going to need that anyway. Alright, so 1 piece standard. Hi Andrea. Hi Maureen. Yes, it is all good up our way, thank you. We just had a bit of a busy weekend with cooking and stuff. So you've got 4 and an eighth by what's that? 7 3/4. Okay. You need 2 of those, and then your inserts. You need 2 of those to stamp on, which are 4.5 by 3 7/8. So just to give you that nice border inside there when you pop them down. And then your front pieces, you've got 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, which are the inside pockets. Oh, I haven't cut a piece of the outside. That was clever. So 2 of those are 3.5 by 3 7/8. So same height as that. And then what's this piece for? I think I was going to have like that on the front. Yes, that's what I was going to do. And then just any odds that you've got for the side panels here. So these pieces here go here, okay, and then these 2 pieces go inside here. Those are your inside pieces, and then I've got a couple of pieces of Designer Series paper, which must be these ones, and I'm just going to pop them on. No, they're not the right ones. I must be missing some. There we go. That one. I think I can't decide if I want to use that side or this side, so they're going to go there. So our panels here are 1 inch wide, so they're 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay, and then I've just got some extra to decorate down the bottom. Up to you if you want to do that or not. Alright, so let's get started. How's everyone's weekend going? I had a online Te course that I've been doing. I had an online wānanga all day yesterday, so that was pretty, it was really good, but like tiring. And Piper had a friend's birthday dinner out in town, so then going to find them to be able to bring them home. I hate driving in the city. And then Matt, a friend of ours, her husband is not very well and she's in hospital, so she's not really looking after herself. So we did some meals up for her. So Matt spent Friday and Saturday cooking those. So we're just going to score both of these. It doesn't matter what end you start from. And the Hawke's Bay again. Gosh, you get the miles up, don't you, Andrea? Lucky you love it. Alright, so scoring 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. Alright, on both. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so Piper had a dance comp today, and it was just up the road, and I was just like, do you mind if I don't come? Quite would like to just kind of chill. She's like, no, I think it's fine. My brain was a little bit, it was freezing. It's not terribly warm up here though, which is surprising. We're usually a bit warmer than you guys. So I'm just going to do all of these score lines. Now, and then because I want them to be a bit more flexible than just one position, I'm actually going to go both ways. Yeah, so you end up with that, and you want them to be nice and movie. That's not a word, is it? Easy to move. Yeah, so I spent, other than driving her to where she needed to be, we needed to go and pick up shoes she'd left at the studio, and then come back to the competition and then go back and pick her up. I've just been kind of like sitting on the couch with the dog, having a few cuddles, and then also catching up on some work that I didn't get done last week. So that is what you're going to end up with. Alright, now what I found is when I did that, after I stuck it down, it didn't like it so much, so you might just have to gently persuade the folds once you put it on, just to kind of get it so that it sits flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the first 2 pieces and we're going to fold them over like so, so that it actually then is going to meet in the center there with that score line. And on the very end piece, we're going to pop some glue or your tape runner or whichever your preference is. And this is where I found I had a few issues, is it's not quite although it should be. It's not quite 2. So then just kind of move them about a bit. Alright, just so it sits. So you want it to be able to do this. Alright, and then you've got this piece here. Then you're going to do the same on this side. So you've got 4 panels from your score marks. You're basically folding that in half. Okay, and then on the very edge panel, So that's the last piece there. You're going to then you fold it whichever way you want, really. I find it easier to fold it that way, and then I'm just going to run my bone folder and get those score marks really strong. Like so. And then you end up with two pieces that look like that. Okay, so they're kind of, you're not going to overlap them, but that's what they look like. You put them side by side. You want them to be opposites like that, right? One at each end. So we pop those, actually, before we do anything else. This is going to go, so you want the box part on the outside, so the inside is going to be like an open flap. So this panel here, let me show you this. So this is our inside piece, that bit, and then we're going to put designer's paper there. So I'm going to use this one. Now I'm thinking, my thinking was that one, and I think, you're not going to see it anyway, so I'm going to go with this one. I think the blue just kind of disappears too much. We're down to 3 ladies watching. Thank you for sticking with me, ladies. So I don't know if you've seen, but from the 6th, which is Tuesday, there's a discount on some designer series paper. I will be putting in an order a little bit late, or probably early next week. I've got my stamp club this week, so there's but by the time all the orders come through, it's usually the weekend or the following. So if you have a look on my either on my online store, or I did put a link up on my Facebook page with the papers that are on special, because it's not all of them. And if you're interested in any to get 15% discount on them, please do let me know, and I can add them to the order that's going in if you want to save on postage and pick up from me. Obviously, ordering direct from my store means that it comes directly to you, but you may end up with a higher shipping cost. It'll be a minimum shipping cost, which is $10.95. Under $200, yeah, under $200 it's $10.95. Outside of that, it's if you order from me and I add to another order, add to a group of orders, it's only 5%. So right, now what I found this time is these are going to go here, right? But what I want to do is I want to move them out of the way. I want to put my inside pieces in. Now you'll notice that most of this is covered. So if you wanted to have a smaller piece, so you can see mine goes right up to the panel, but you can't actually use all of the panel. All right, so if you want to just have a smaller panel and have some of your cardstock at the back, then that's totally fine. If you want to stamp on it, do so now before you stick it down. And I'm using the center of the card, and I'm just popping that a nice even border around there, there and there, close to the center fold, and then the same here. And try and line them up as much as possible, as close as possible. And you can see that there's the center fold there, and you'll have roughly about 1.25 inches on that side, which means that you won't have a heavy heavy join, hopefully. Okay, so on this one, let's have a look. Yeah, So it's that next panel there. That panel there is going to get glued on there. So you've got your front panel, you've got your side panel with your DSP, and that next piece there, that is going to be where you put your glue. Now, if you find it easier, glue or tape, whichever is your preferred adhesive. I prefer the glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Now I've just gone, I want to fold it flat like that. I don't want glue there. So you're going to have both panels showing up, and then you're going to line that up here along the bottom, along the top, right on the edge there. I'll just turn that over and do a little bit of... So this designer series paper is actually called Winter Meadows, and it also was one from last year's September to January catalogue that's been carried over, which is really exciting because it's a really nice, it's an any time of year one, but also it was one of their Christmas designs. So there's some nice like watercolour trees and bits and pieces. So I find it easier just so that I can get my edges lined up to turn it so that it's facing me this way, and then I can just tap that into place and pinch that. Oh no, I thought I'd put them on upside down. But at the moment they can go either way, hence why we don't decorate the front just yet. So that is that, like that. You've got space there to write your message. I'm going to use, what have I got here? These are just some offcuts, so I might put it there just to decorate it, or there, maybe there, and maybe there. So there's lots of blue on that one, so I might switch it over. Put some blue on this side. Should have probably done this. Actually, I probably would have put it the wrong way around. So this is just getting glued onto the edge there. This is trimmed off one of these pieces, but it just kind of gives a little bit of continuity to the middle, and then when you can fold it back, you've still got plenty of space to write your message. Then we're going to come to the front. Now I should have done this first, because what I was thinking is using this floral here, because I don't actually have the stamp set that matches that paper. So I just wanted to put a little bit so it is going to have to just be really, hopefully it's going to be okay. Because what I want to do, having that height there actually is quite good, because it means that I don't get it on my desk, because I didn't put any scratch paper down. This is a little bit of a don't do what I do situation. Decorate it first, okay? Just makes it a little bit easier on yourself. Because what I'm thinking is this paper here, I'm going to mat it onto some white, and I'm going to pop it here. And so that just kind of gives a little bit of interest around the outside. So sometimes you can keep going and it overdoes it, and I think I'm running the risk of doing that now. So I'm going to match this up. Maybe it might be one that I don't put a sentiment on. That's a rarity for me. I do tend to go with sentiments, but that's only just because it's a habit. Alright, that there. No, but that's so pretty. I wonder if I put it there. Because I was thinking, maybe I'll just put For You on the inside. Maybe it doesn't need anything on the outside. What do we reckon, ladies? We'll just leave it as it is outside. Let's pop that in the middle. Like that. And then, should clean my stamp. Because it's on the pot too. So we'll get rid of that. Ooh, I just realised I could probably stamp there. Then I've still got space. If you've got a lengthy message. So you could go For You. I don't really do Let's Eat Cake. Yep, do you think, Alison? We'll just put it there. For You. And leave it blank on the front. There. Look at that. That's really nice. Hopefully it's obviously and you can see it. For You. Looks like it's part of the paper. I don't want to stamp. I've got some lovely frames that come with it, but I don't want to stamp the frame because I don't know that I'll get it even enough now that it's glued on. But that's our card. I mean, you could, so this one here, I stamped the flower and fussy cut them and pop them on there, and I've used Designer Series paper. This one I've used stamps to, and then just a piece of Designer Series paper. So let's see, shall we put a couple of flowers on? Just to kind of, ouch. What have we got for time? I got 4 minutes. That was 4 before. No sentiment. Ah, yes, looks lovely. Thank you, Alison. Sorry, I didn't get it in the message in time. Alright. I don't know. Do you reckon we need anything on the front? Or do we just... What about if we do this blue? Thanks, Andrea. I hope some of you give it a go, because it is quite a cute card. And like, it's not too tricky. Well, it's not tricky, but it's not too detailed and like take lots of no, I don't need it. Don't need flowers, Alison. Over here. Don't need flowers. Okay. I'll put them away. Anyway, I hope that you might give this one a go. So the inside folds back. Nice enough for you to, and then you've got a lovely card with interest. Holds itself up nice and steady. It does fold out that way if you want it to, but fitting into an envelope that way is particularly nice as well. So that is our card for tonight. Please, thank you, Maureen. Please do post to my page if you have a go at making it, if you find the time. I do appreciate seeing what other people make. If you're not able to post it to my page but want to send it as a photo to me to post, then I'm happy to do that. Yeah. And what else is happening? I don't think there's anything else happening. I have a class coming up at the end of the month, which is you can choose the designer series paper. I'm just waiting on an order to arrive so that you can choose it, and you get have I shown you the cards? Have I got time? I've got 3 minutes. Should I show you the cards that I've done? And you choose the designer series paper. I match the cardstock to the paper, and you make 9 cards, and then you can do it by post or you can do it in person. And if you're doing it by post, then I will send some little punches and circles and things. So you're just going to choose 2 pieces of designer series paper, and you're going to get these 3 cards out of, so we're going to cut and use the strips. So that's 1 set. So you'll see that there's 4 different patterns. So you've got 2 different pieces of designer series paper at a 6 by 12. All right, and then these 2. So again, these are the 4 designs, and then there's an alternating one on each side. And then you'll get, if you're doing it at home, you'll get some banners, and then you can cut out die cuts and bits and pieces for yourself that you've got. I can't send stamped images, but I can send card. And then these 4 are our last ones. So what have we got? 3 and 5 and 4, 3 and then 5, 5, 9. So then we'll make these 2 cards here. All right. So depending on your designer series paper will depend on the cardstock that you get. 9 cards, you'll get all the card bases, card to do some labels, and if you're doing it here, use of my stamps and ink, and I'll send some envelopes with it as well. And then what else? $25 plus shipping if you're not doing it here. You will need to have some sentiments and some stamps and ink yourself in the colours that you've chosen, or in black even, to finish them off, but I will send labels and things for you to use. So yeah, if you're interested, have a look at my Facebook page. There's an event there. Just click going, and then if you are doing it by mail, just let me know, and I will let you know how much the shipping is. Depends where you live as to how much the shipping is, but between $6.35 and $7 for non-rural, and then it is there's $3.15 for rural delivery. Yeah, so that is, thank you Alison, that is my next class that's coming up. Yeah, so that's all the news I have. Oh no, there's not. There's more. There is, so far I've got 1, 2, 3 definites and 3 maybes. So that's quite nice, and a mix of in person and by mail. If you September the 6th, I think, the 1st, new Christmas catalogue comes out. So demonstrators are able to see that now from Tuesday and be able to order from it. So if you would like to receive one of those catalogues, please let me know so I can pop one in the post for you, or deliver one to you if you're close by. There's no cost to you for the catalogue. If you have purchased anything from me in the last 6 months, automatically I will get one for you and pass that on to you. But if you haven't, then there might be a small cost for postage. Alright, okay, then that is me. It's 8:01. Thank you for joining me, lovelies, and I will see you again next Sunday night. Bye for now.